They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's good. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to the...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 57 yards. And the Niners are on the board here in this Super Bowl. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a give to Mostert running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
It's so difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, first and 10. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Purdy completes it to Jennings. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. He's across midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Here's 1st down. Throwing, Purdy. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Purdy. It's caught inside the 25. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Purdy to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Purdy to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but...
And the ball is knocked out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. This is 1st and 10. Tua And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. McLeod now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Berrios. Shedding the tackle. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. That last defensive stand, that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays get the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line.
Tagovailoa dancing to his left. Oh, he pulls over him, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. We are in true sudden death here. The next score wins the Super Bowl as they come up here on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snap.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet?
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Tua. Buying time to his left. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The